Hello, I am recording a video to thank Gamerpixie222 because she sent me some things through the mail last year and this year as well, and simultaneously this is also part of the Christmas special. Also, I don't actually own a camera that can record video, oddly enough. I mean, you'd think I would, but I actually don't have one. Except if you count my phone, but the quality on it is horrible. So it's gonna be an exciting slideshow of pictures of things that I've received last year and this year. I would have made a video last year, but I'm basically horrible. It's really the reasoning behind it. So I'm gonna show off some pictures of things that I got last year for Christmas, and then this year, technically for Christmas. It's March, but it's close enough. And comment on it. This is gonna be things that I literally took pictures of over a year ago, so this is gonna be more exciting memories of Gar trying to remember what actually happened. But let's go. First of all, Hello Kitty cotton candy. It was cotton candy in the shape of Hello Kitty, as you can see in the following couple of pictures, which very well show off a Hello Kitty shape. Which everyone knows that Hello Kitty is pink and blue and folded into somewhat of a cushion. But that didn't really matter too much because it was eaten in about 4 seconds. It was so good. Oh my god, cotton candy is amazing. It's one of those things that we usually only have here at carnivals and stuff like that, so having it just in my house, in my hands was good. More stuff like that. Next up is scented candles. I can comment on these because I still have them. The thing about scented candles is that they're quite pungent and lighting them will affect the entire house, and I've really not had a living situation where I could do that to people. But they actually look quite nice in general, just hanging out, just having a good day and all that stuff, so you know. There's that. Next up is Santa plastic container with, I think it was gum. I want to say it's gum. It was really good gum. It was like gone in like hours. And I usually don't even eat gum, so there's that. That was pretty exciting. I would recommend Santa plastic container gum for your buying values. Then there are 2 SpongeBob things. There were several. But first of all, there was a SpongeBob plastic things. Not really plastic. It was like that weird material that you can like put in water, and then it grows into a wonderful piece of cloth, of which I also took pictures. And they're still like, I left them to like dry on the central heating thing, and they are currently still there. They have been in the exact same location in my room for over a year now, because they had to warm up because they had to be in water for a while, and then they had to like not be wet anymore. But they've been there. They've been adding to my room immensely, so that's good. And secondly, there was also candy. It was like wait, which candy? Yeah, there was I'm just scrolling through pictures right now. First of all, there's candy. There's the not SpongeBob candy, which is popping candy, which I think were also like Pop Rocks or whatever they were called. I think we have these here, but these were really odd. This is actually something that I felt with a lot of the candy that was sent to me from America. Like, I'm from the Netherlands, and it's very strange, very like synthetic taste. I'm not really sure what it is, but it tastes sort of chemically. And oh my god, this is super loud, by the way. I was not expecting it to actually be as loud as it was, but holy, the first one I had, it actually genuinely startled me, as that's how loud it was. And it was just a bunch of powder and things as well, but it was pretty fun. It was, yeah, very strange taste indeed. And then there was Santa snow globe. Santa snow globe, always good. You know what a snow globe is. You don't need to see that in motion. But there was also a Santa mug. The Santa mug had one small issue, because inside the Santa mug was this lollipop jawbreaker thing. And this is, by the way, also one of the first times that I had a jawbreaker type thing where I can genuinely say that you couldn't chew on that. You could not bite into that without actually breaking your teeth. You could probably actually use that as a hammer. I actually remember this thing from how just hard it was. But as you might be able to see in the picture in the back over here, and possibly in the picture that you saw previously of the Santa mug, it sort of destroyed the mug. It really did destroy it quite ferociously. So that was a little bit unfortunate. For the picture, I managed to sort of get it back in shape, but it was like in 10 pieces or something like that. It was kind of a shame, but you know, it was worth it because the Jawbreaker thing was actually really good. It took like a day to eat. It took dedication to eat this thing, but oh my god, it was worth it. It was pretty good. And then there's the Krabby Patty candy Krabby Patty. Really tiny, like wine gum hamburgers. Really good. Really good. I would definitely recommend SpongeBob's Krabby Patty candy patty gummy candy. They were nice. There were like I think 20 of them or something like that. It was good. It was yeah, good. There was soft peppermints. It was peppermints. It was soft. We got those here. They're pretty nice. They tasted actually exactly the same as they do here, which surprised me because, like, really a lot of these things taste very similar to candy here, but it's like slightly different. And you're like, I don't really know what I'm eating, but I think I'm enjoying it. It's a really weird experience. But yeah, it sort of worked. So, you know, it was good. So yeah, whatever. And candy canes taste like candy canes. You know what a candy cane. Well, you might not know what a candy cane tastes like, but these were candy canes. You suck on them for a while, and then they basically become spikes, and then you accidentally drop them on your foot, and then you just die. Effective. That's usually how it goes with candy canes. It's pretty good. And then finally, there was World's Greatest Bible Stories and Songs. David and Goliath. This was weird. This was actually quite odd. This was like a disc with a whole bunch of different like cartoons based on these stories, but the animation was really jarring. It was really quite odd indeed, and I think I actually threw it away. I think I may have thrown that away, but it was an experience, to say the least. But yeah, it's been too long, so yeah, how about that? Oh, right, yeah, and there was the Barbie jigsaw puzzle. I really should have a better way of scrolling through this picture, but there's a Barbie jigsaw puzzle, and I'll have you know that even though it was like 20 different pieces, I totally finished it. And Bobby got nothing on me. Weird lighting in these pictures. It was also taken with like a really old camera and horrible lighting, which was like the best time to take pictures, obviously. And that's why the pictures start off with like reasonable light, and eventually, well, they start off way too bright and then they start off way too dark instead. It was like a good compromise to have like a sunset effect going on to imply that when I made this video a year later, that it was the end of Christmas Day by the time I got through all these amazing things. And then this year, I got another box. That does that again, unit. First of all, it's Twizzlers. Twizzlers, same as with the like poppin' candy stuff. The licorice tastes like licorice. Like that's just completely, like, actually probably exactly the same as here, but like the cherry things, oh my god, what is that taste? That is such an unusual taste, and maybe it's just not like me not being used to American candy, which is likely because it's on the other side of the world, but still, it is so really quite bizarre how it tastes. You like, if you are from Europe, you probably won't expect candy to taste like that, and I can't really recommend it. But the licorice was really good. It was so good, so good, so good. Then there was this gingerbread house that I took from several angles. I would have taken a picture of that was not in the plastic, but I made the mistake of opening that not like on a plate, and all of the like snow came off and covered my entire room in delicious snowy dust. And then I like had to clean that up, and then I accidentally ate the entire thing without actually taking a good picture of it. So there's that. Next up, there's some bubble wrap, and inside the bubble wrap was some plastic, but there was also some, I think it was like homemade cookies with like chocolate on it, and that was actually really nice as well. That was like the greatest. candy, cookie, chocolate stuff that I've had in a long time. It was really good, so thanks for that. I like that a lot. I wouldn't mind like barrels of that, just barrels of homemade cookies, but the batch I got was good. It was very appreciated. And then there was this wind-upable penguin thing, which if you wind it up, you could make it walk forward. It was like a robot. It was pretty impressive. I've never seen something so impressive, but it looked pretty cute, and I'm gonna have it on my desk probably forever because I never actually move anything. So yeah, penguin, it's going on my desk. That's where it's going. And naturally, because it's Christmas, there's a mug with a Christmas tree on it. This one did not have a destroyer of worlds inside it, so this one actually survived. It has a bunch of Christmas trees on it. Pretty cool. Barbie, A Christmas Carol. Barbie stars in her first holiday movie. And I have a hard time believing that. They've been making Barbie movies. Like, there are a lot of Barbie movies. You'd be surprised how many there are. And I have a hard time believing this is her first holiday movie. Unless, actually, hang on. I'm gonna get the disc real quick. Alright, In A Christmas Carol is a heartwarming adaptation of the classic Dickens story filled with cherries, blah blah blah. When was this made? I actually cannot tell. Disc made in Mexico. I've never seen that on a disc before. Yeah, I can't actually tell. Not rated. I can't actually tell when this was released. From the box? You'd think they'd put that on the box, but they haven't put it on the box. I mean, there's a link to Barbie.com/Christmas. That's pretty good. It's apparently an hour and 16 minutes long. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this. I've tried watching Barbie movies before, and it's actually quite difficult when you're a grown man. It actually is quite a challenge to get through one of those in its entirety. At this point in my life. I've tried to do it with like Barbie and the Three Musketeers just for the sake of being able to like sort of have an idea what the movie was about, but god, they just go on. They just go on. They have some really like janky animation a lot of the time as well. Copyright 2008. There's no way that in 2008 they made the first Barbie like holiday movie. That's like, that can't be right. But yeah, there you go. Christmas Carol, Barbie. Like, that's a thing. I may not watch that. Sorry about that. I probably cannot upload that to my channel because of copyright stuff. Games I don't really have a problem with, but for some reason movies, they don't really like it that much, even though it's stuff like this. Strange, really, because that, like, come on. But last but definitely not least is this t-shirt, which is probably the best t-shirt I actually own. I'm surprised it actually fits, because this is a large shirt, and that's in almost every other shirt store. Large is just too small. It's like ridiculously small for anyone in the Netherlands, basically, because we're all giants. But this is probably the biggest shirt I own. This is like humongously large, which surprised me because it, yeah, like, why? Why are measurements for stuff like this always different everywhere you buy clothes? I don't understand, but the design is good. I needed SpongeBob and Patrick being surprised on top of a cat in space in my life. And I wasn't aware how much I needed this in my life until I received the shirt, but now that I own the shirt and am capable of walking around with such an art piece on my body, yes, very yes indeed. So yeah, that was that. Thank you, Gamerpixie222, for giving me all these things. If you want to send me things, you can't, because very little people have my address, and I don't have a P.O. box, and I'm not gonna have one for probably a really long time. Sorry about that. And, yeah, pretty good. Liked it a lot. There's also a video she made last year where she opens some things I sent to her. So you can watch that and be like, wow, Gar, that was like a really cool thing you sent. There was also like, now I think about it, there was actually like a letter that came with the original box as well, which is pretty nice. It was like a pretty heartwarming message, and it was good. It's probably in my closet somewhere because, again, I never actually throw away anything. and my entire room is a garbage dump. So it's out there somewhere. I may find it again one day. Maybe I'll read it, but it's there and it exists. Hope you guys enjoyed this Christmas video. Nice on time, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and Merry Easter, I guess, because it's actually quite close to Easter right now, isn't it? Yeah. I never remember when these holidays are. People just like eventually there's just gonna be like chocolate bunnies and chocolate Santa Claus and chocolate Jesus. You get the idea. Like they just sell chocolate everything, and they know which holiday you're celebrating until they stop selling them or they suddenly become really cheap. But I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope to see you guys next time for video games and things. Bye.